Brakatha Yahweh, Brakatha Yahushai, 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 Bahasham Rakakwadash, Kahalayim La, Alahayinawa, Abanawa, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham Rakakwadash, Kahalayim La, Alahayinawa, Abanawa, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham Rakakwadash. Double honor to our teachers, the elder apostles, and elder bishops, great millstone, GMS. Peace and blessing to the elect, the house of David. Okay. And the different men, women, and little ones, little boys, and little girls, whom Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai is going to have mercy on in this time, whoever you may be. Okay. If brothers can Bible Shai give me two scriptures, we're going to get Hebrews chapter 10, verse 25, and Hebrews chapter 13, verse 16. And the topic is, don't live on the island, Jake. Don't live on the island, Jake. And this for brothers that are within camps, you know, that may be out of the loop. You know, we want to stay connected to the body. You know, we need to know what's going on within the body, you know, within the body of Great Millstone. We need to know what's going on concerning even these other groups, you know. Because you think about somebody that's living on an island, they're separated. And this ain't knocking brothers that live on the islands, all right? Don't get simple. You know, that's why I entitled it, Don't Live on the Island, Jake, in a spiritual sense. You know? We got plenty of brothers that's doing work on the islands, you know? But I don't mean don't live on an actual island, all right? Like I said, don't get simple, you know? But, you know, brothers that are within Great Millstone camps that may be out of the loop once again. They're not locked in the spirit. Don't know what's going on. Okay. And a recent incident that happened, you know, we see men in these other groups not conducting themselves with good manners. Okay. I don't even have to name names because if you're in the loop, you know what the hell is going on. You know, men having brawls like they're in a backyard barbecue, man. It's somebody auntie house or something, you know? Jake fighting over the last piece of chicken, you know what I'm saying? But they out there on the street, supposed to be conducting themselves according to the order of the Heavenly Father, as being men representing His word, you know? That's a very shameful and embarrassing act, man. You know? And incidents like that causes the ministry to be blamed, you know? So we should know how to be within the body. But dealing with you brothers here at Great Millstone, you know, just a spiritual admonition, if you will, a spiritual warning, you know. Don't live on the island, you know, because you have certain men, not naming names, you know, this generalized, but you can have men within camps that they don't know what's going on, dealing with the men in their camp, or just, once again, things going on in general in the spirit. And we don't want to be that, especially brothers that have been around for a while, you know. We need to know what's going on. We in a time where, as brothers say, we got to keep our heads on a swivel, you know, because a lot is happening right now, you know. And we know eventually Esau Edom is going to play the blame game, you know. We're going to be blamed for a lot of things, you know, but once again, you see this recent thing that happened, you know, dealing with some camps that are really out of order. You know who they are. You know what I'm saying? But that ought not so to be, you know, among us. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to get some of these scriptures. I pray this is edifying. Basically, stay in the loop, you know. Hebrews 10:25, this is by servant of the Most High, not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together as the manner of some is. So we shouldn't be in that lone wolf spirit, you know. We in a time where if brothers are assembling, we need to be there. And, you know, as far as our personal lives, things we got going on, they got to take a back seat. to what the Lord got going on. We in a time, really, we need to have the mindset of the Lord's disciples, which became apostles. You know, when it came down to them following Yahweh Shai, it says how they immediately left. You know, because this spiritual job that the Lord gave us, which is a literal job that he gave us, you on call. Just like if you got a job where you on call, you're needed. You're needed. Your time, your energy, your resources. All right. We're needed, especially now. Now is all in, you know, because a lot of things are getting ready to go down. We need to be present, you know. Hey, so hey, if a brother call you, hey, the spirit really like you know, leave immediately. Like we just in that type of spirit now. Because once again, we're in a different gear now, brothers, and you can see it. You know, spirits are active. You know, it's just a lot going on. You know, dealing with the world we live in. When you look at these other groups, and even amongst us, you know, things happening within Great Millstone. So, just pushing the spirit out there. Don't be in that lone wolf mentality. You know, that's what this video is about. All right. Not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together. And you got to question a guy like that too. Anytime there's an assembly, this man don't want to be around. It's like his spirit ain't there, you know. It says as the manner of some is, and men like that, they normally don't last. You know, because they're disconnected from the body. You know, Jake wanna deal with some women when brothers are getting together in the spirit. You know. Or whatever the case may be, you know, the woman thing, just one topic. But you got other things going on outside of this right here, you know, that's a conflict of interest. Okay. Once again, we got to be in the spirit of who was Peter and Andrew. They immediately forsook their nets. What's say James, the son of Zebedee, and John, his brother, you know, and Peter and Andrew. Basically, when the Lord was gathering his disciples, when they recognized this the Messiah, this Yahweh Shai, they was all in. You know, they immediately forsook what they had going on. So we in that spirit right now. We on call, you could say. All right. And you know, if any brother ever had a job like that where they was on call, or for Jakes that, you know, were in the military. All right. Even for Jakes, you'll know they may be like in the National Guard. You know, they're still basically in service. Whenever they're needed, they gotta go. You know, working with this one Jake, man. He was in the military. I think he was in the Army, if I'm not mistaken. But you know, he was stationed in Hawaii. And long story short, he got his job, you know, where I was working at through the military, but they wanted him to come back. He had to leave. He had to go off the job, you know, where we was working at and take his ass back, you know, to the military. You know? So that's how it is with this truth. This is our service, right? Reading this one more time. We'll read it all the way through. Not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together. This is in Hebrews 10:25. Not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together, as the manner of some is, but exhorting one another. Exhorting meaning uplifting, encouraging. So that's what we do. To keep each other going. And so much the more as ye see the day approaching. We see all hell getting ready to break loose. We see the Lord getting ready to make his second coming. You know, ain't it obvious? I was actually watching the brothers in Dallas before I fired up the camera, you know. But, you know, watching them, it sparked me to, you know, I got to, you know, speak on this real quick. Because, you know, they was doing, you know, a sit down, but they was assembled in that sit down. And Spirit, you know, got on me to want to speak on how we're in the time of assembling. Because this the Lord body. Okay. Now we're going to get 13 and 16. Hebrews chapter 13, verse 16. Hebrews chapter 13, verse 16. But to do good and to communicate. And communication is key, you know. But to do good and to communicate, forget not, for with such sacrifices the Heavenly Father is well pleased. Right. Because, you know, we need to check in. You know, we use a term called checking in. Basically, brothers need to know what's going on with you to a degree. Not all about your personal life, but, you know, we should know enough about each other as far as how we holding up within the body. You know, every once in a while, the spirit will hop on you to check on a brother's spirit, you know, because we all catching hell. You know, we all fighting, you know, praying for one another, you know, that we all keep enduring. You know, communication is key. Even if it comes to a certain instance where you may not be able to link up with brothers at particular moments, because sometimes it may happen, but you still communicate. You know, you don't want brothers out in the dark, so to speak, of what you got going on. You know, when it comes down to this work, this service, you know, as brothers been saying for years, our lives are open book concerning the ministry, you know. But yeah, I mean, that was basically it. You know, I'm gonna get back to watching brothers in Dallas, but just looking at everything that's going on within Israel and just looking at, you know, hey, certain things that have happened amongst us here at Great Millstone, because in the spirit we grew up together, a lot of us brothers, man, you know, and for a lot of men that have left the body, a certain weakness that they had, or a character flaw, is that spiritually they lived on an island. You know, they had these alternative lives, you know, secret motives or hidden agendas. You know, they really wasn't honest with the body, and they weren't honest with themselves. But we want to be honest with ourselves and with the body, because we're all here to work. You know, that's the common goal. You know, the common aspiration. We all here to do the work so we can receive it that same penny, the kingdom of heaven. All right. So I pray this is edifying. You know, we want to stay in the loop. A lot is going on. So like the beloved Elder Apostle Rakayala be saying, keep your shit wired tight and keep praying. You know, keep those prayers up in the ancient Hebrew. And Lord willing, we almost home, man. All right. So with that, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Bahashem Kakwadash. Double honor to Elder Apostles, Elder Bishops, Great Millstone, still well. Peace, blessing, your elect. Shalom.